Hey everyone, welcome back. This is the final video of 3 that we've put together to help introduce Trove to you. In the first 2 videos, we focused on creating the My Trove profile, where you share a little bit more about yourself and then ultimately create collections with kernels that are on topics that matter most to you. In this video, we're going to dive into exploring and discovering new content, but then also ultimately being able to stay up to date on things that you find that you really appreciate or really enjoy. So to do so, you start by going into Explore. And there's a few different ways to discover content. You have the For You feed, which is created based on categories that you selected during onboarding. And then you also have different categories along the top here that allow you to search specifically by category. The other option is to actually click on search in the top right, and you can get very granular here. So let's say I wanted to find a bulgogi recipe. I can type that in, and there's a collection apparently that has a recipe for that, and there it is, the spicy Korean barbecue. And so if I really wanted to cook this in the future and I found something I really wanted, I can just take this one specific kernel and I can save it. This is where I'm bookmarking something to pull it up later. So I don't even have to subscribe to an entire collection. I can just take this one recipe and either add it to one of my collections that will have attribution to the author, or just put it to bookmark content, which I'll do for now. And so I've saved it. And what that looks like when I go back to my Trove is it falls straight into my bookmark content collection. So I can pull this up when I need it, and I know exactly where to go. And you have the ability to search your bookmark content and also filter. So that's one opportunity you have. The other is subscribe, which is really the backbone of finding and then staying up to date on content that you find valuable. And here I'm going through my For You section. And let's say I see this one about music, and I click in and I'm like, okay, the rock music for driving seems interesting. He's integrated some of the Spotify playlists that he loves. I'm like, okay, I like what this guy's putting together. In that particular case, what I can do is say, I'm going to subscribe. And now that I've subscribed, it does 2 things. One, whenever he updates something, it will go into home and I'll be able to see it here. And also it goes into a subscribe database inside of my Trove, which is right here. So now whenever I need to pull something up that I've found really valuable or interesting, we've created this curated database that allows you to retrieve that information readily and easily. And just to show you one more scenario here, we have one on books, and someone's put in a great YouTube video on why read. So if I click on that.
Probably the question I get more than any other question is, how do you read so much?
And I've happened to hear this one before. I love it. So I'm going to actually save this one as well. But I'm going to throw it into Books That Rock My World. So this is actually putting it into one of my collections and saying, I want to share this with the people who follow me. So now that falls into Books That Rock My World. I click on it, and at the bottom, it shows that I branched this from Maximilian Bevan. So that's the process to explore, discover, and then stay up to date on content. There are some other great features like the notifications tab, which is under home, and also the invite and find friends function. So you can come in here and find friends once you've inputted your number and discover content by them. So hopefully the last 3 videos have given you insight into how to best use Trove. We can't wait to follow up, and please reach out if you ever have any questions. Talk soon.